Welcome back, tribe. I have one here. Woman divorced her husband and regrets it instantly because he moves on. Of course. That's the only time they'll regret leaving you is when they see you happy with someone else. Then they realize they made a mistake.
Please, please, please.
Oh, I remember
please,
this one.
Please, Walter. Please, 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 please.
Can you please stop acting like
Please.
that?
I can't.
All right, calm down.
I'm hurt.
Ugh.
Please, please.
Child.
Please, 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 please,
Please what?
please take me back.
I took you back.
You don't want to be a kid anymore. I want to see how you live. Please take me back. Please take me back. Please. Please take me back. Please take me back. Please. Please.
She cheated on him. She hurt him, but it doesn't bother her. She is upset that she would no longer have the lifestyle he provides for her. It's his lifestyle she wants, not him.
I'm getting stood up right now. This guy said he was going to be here at 6:30 and he was like, I have a busy schedule, so I'm going to come at 6. And I was like, I'm not going to be ready at 6 and I'm also a busy girl. Work around me, figure it the fuck out, or don't see me. If you want to, you will. I was like, 6:30 is fine. We hung up the phone. I gave him my address, heard nothing from him. So I said, let me know when you're 5 minutes away. He has not texted me at all. Some people may say wait an hour, but I will not wait an hour for anyone. I won't even wait an hour for myself. So why am I going to give him the time of day when someone shows you who they truly are, believe it? And like, this is not a man of his word. He is not a timely man. I don't put either of those things. Really not a communicator. Like if he was truly running late or something, text me that, you know? But if you're not going to text me, how am I supposed to know? I'm just going to automatically assume you're not interested. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. A year ago, I would have made this all about me, let the victim complex run, say it's my fault, I'm too much, I'm not good enough, I did something. But it's truly not about that. It's just like, sometimes it's really not meant to work out with some people and you'll find the right person, but I'm not going to sit here making excuses for you, waiting for you to be a better guy. Because truly, if they want to, they will. And he does not want to. And that's totally fine. I'm not interested. Sorry, I have standards.
Don't save people's number, especially if it's a guy's number. No, I never save their number unless we're getting into a really serious relationship and it's about...
Already red flags. How many guys have you been talking to? The fact that you don't even save numbers is a red flag. If I do this too when I talk to chicks on these dating apps. If, she gives out a number and she'll say, who's this? For me, it's automatic. No. Who's this? What do you mean, who is this? You just gave out your number. How many numbers have you given out? You tell me who's this? You can see ya later. There's no need to invest even one more second of your time in somebody that gives out their number like it's fucking Skittles, bro. You know how many men have access to a woman like that? Do you know how little she values herself? Do you know how much emotional trauma and damage and constant pump and dumps and chasing multiple men that she's going through in the current moment? You're just one of many. Why would you put any time in somebody that values themselves that little? Guard your time and guard your wallet. Don't waste it on anybody that's willing to hand theirs out like it's worthless.
6 months in. And this is why. This is my way of staying detached. Every time he messaged me, I do not get excited because it could have been anyone. So my brain does not associate getting a text from him with excitement. So no one, at least in my brain. And if one day he continuously crosses my boundaries and disrespects me, I leave. I immediately delete the text and block him. And because I don't save his number, I have no way of ever contacting him ever again. So I would never relax and suddenly have the urge to text him. Or even send him a drunk text when I'm having a bad day. So the moment I hit that block button, I've basically erased his existence from the world. He's no longer ever gonna be a part of my reality, which, by the way, is his loss. I don't know if this is a toxic tip.
It is toxic. You're damaged and you don't even see it. You're navigating dating hookup culture, going from man to man, and you're coping with the fact that you got emotionally attached to too many men that rearranged your guts and then didn't call you back after. Now you're thinking you're the empowered one. Every time you meet a dude, you don't save his number in case you get hurt again. That's wild.
But it has helped me create healthier boundaries.
Zero brains.
Thank you for listening for my random rant. Okay, bye.
The reason why below bare minimum low effort men love to scare us with the prospect of being alone, of being worthless, is because they are projecting their fears of being alone and worthless. They simply cannot fathom that women are choosing to be single, because a man who does not have access to women is a loser as per the rules of the games of men. They cannot.
Yeah, that's fine. But we also know that we don't like older women. We prefer younger ones. So when we say that your time is taken, We're just saying that there's going to come a point where a bunch of the men you like won't like you back. There's always going to be men that want you, but you're not going to want them. That's the difference. You see, when you're young in your 20s and you're in your prime, you can have it all. You can get the pick of the litter of men. When you keep waiting and you keep making mistakes and getting pumped and dumped, and then that pool of eligible bachelors starts to dry up, 30 plus, what do you think's looking at you? You're looking at the top quality man, right? All women are. You want the best you can get. The best you can get starts to fall the older you become. Why would the 35-year-old with everything going for him pick a 30-year-old chick when the 22-year-old's looking at him also? Come on, it's common sense. You can choose to ignore that, but then there's also the fertility side of it. So let's talk biology. At 35, you're going to suffer from a barren womb. The kids you may be birthing, potential complications increased. Increased risk in you passing away from the pregnancy. Increased risk in Alzheimer's and all that other stuff. Increased risk just all over the place for things to go south if you manage to get pregnant at all. And then you have to do in vitro. And that's tens of thousands of dollars. You could spend $50K. You could spend $100 grand on all these in vitro treatments, and your success rate is something like 30% or less. And that number dwindles as the years pass by. And what? You're 32 now, 33? You think you're still in the mood to be dating a man? You're going to go on all these dates with the clock ticking like, I got to have a kid, I'm hitting that wall. The biological clock is about to slap you in the face. How are you going to vet a man properly? You barely got to know a dude. You're already pressuring him, asking him on the dinner date. What are you looking for? Do you want kids? Do you want marriage? Those aren't questions the 21-year-old chick will ask you. Just the same way you never asked that when you were 21. But the smell of desperation on women post 30 is you go on a date with one, that's exactly the kind of questioning you get. She's trying to fast track family because that time has passed. And once you get into your 35s and up, 40s, you're touching the big 4-0. Congratulations, sis. You all but disappear. And that's just a brutal reality because men in their 20s are invisible. They don't start to be seen by women until they get into their 30s. The lucky few that make money earlier in their mid-20s, that's it. Or the extreme studs, the athlete, the genetic outliers. That's it. The rest are absolutely invisible. You got nothing to. What could a 22-year-old boy do for you? He's broke. He's probably in college. He can't afford more than a McDonald's, if that. He's on ramen noodles. Think that guy could afford a girlfriend? Think that guy's got a bright future ahead of him? In order to take you out, he needs a job. If he's got a job at that age, he's not in school. If he's not in school, how's he advancing his career? Does he have his own business? Is he a little bit smarter than everybody else? Probably not. It's going to take some time for a man to build himself up. And unfortunately for you, when that day comes and he's financially secured, mature, ready to go, he gets the pick of the litter. You get the scraps.
I understand that they are not trophies in the world of women. Do you get it now? That's why they're always projecting,
you're gonna hit the wall, you're gonna be worthless, so many bodies, you're not even a virgin.
like, that's why, because they are projecting their fears of being worthless, of being alone. This TikTok, and I'll credit her here, she said that men love to scare women about hitting the wall because they're projecting their own fears of being at the wall, because men are born at the wall. Then they have to prove themselves to get out of the wall. Do you get it now? So they're always projecting their fears onto women about hitting the wall because they are at the wall. Bestie, I'm telling you, there is no wall for women. Women are desirable at any and all ages. Now you know.
I'm gonna be so real with you guys because I am just exhausted. I'm so mentally drained and I can't cope with being hurt anymore. There's only so many trials and tribulations that an individual can literally physically go through. I've had enough. I've had enough of not feeling enough. I've had enough of the hurt, being pushed.
All these words just basically mean pumped and dumped. I got ghosted by a guy I liked. He rearranged my guts and left me. Okay? That's her trials and tribulations. A whole lot of word vomit just to run around the real issue. You spread your legs for the wrong guy.
To the side, feeling like I'm just that second option or that, I don't know, that person they can just
Where's
pick
your
up
father?
when they feel like it, or when they get bored, they think they can just drop.
Where's your father? Yeah, when they get bored. Hello, 2 a.m. booty call. That's what you were. Where's your father? That's what where are the fathers for all these women? That's what I'm wondering. Why don't you love yourselves? Why do you look for your self-worth in other men? Why do you spread your legs for half the block and then are surprised nobody wants you long term? Who's feeding you the crap in your brain that makes you think it's okay to treat your temples like the town garbage dump? Let everybody throw their load in there. It's wild. I don't know how they all get caught in this mentality. It's crazy.
My message and everything will be okay.
Oh my God.
I give so much to people. I wear my heart on my sleeve and it constantly gets thrown back in my face. I'm just fed up with having...
By the way, for you guys hearing this, I remove all the music because the copyright. There is a sad song playing right now. There's a sad song in the background. You know, the typical cry for me. Woe is me.
That, you know, like 5 minutes or that short period of time where you actually think you're happy. You actually think you're happy.
Just imagine a little soft piano playing right now.
That everything's going to go really well. But then just to be let down over and over, time after time, it's beyond exhausting. Beyond exhausting. I don't want to be made to feel like that anymore. And so many times I ask myself, why me?
Close your legs.
Why does this keep happening to me? And
because literally you don't close your legs. Close your legs. It will never happen to you when you keep your legs closed. That's the crazy part. Ladies, want dating woes to stop? Keep your legs closed. All of them will stop. And then the few guys that are still left in the race actually want you for you if they're willing to wait that long. Wow. Groundbreaking discovery was made here. Brought to you by yours truly. Solved your issues.
I would just constantly be fed these lies saying like, oh, but it's not you. You're amazing. You're this. You're gorgeous. You're so kind.
Yeah, because they're trying to get in your pants. And obviously it's effective because you keep falling for it like an idiot.
But it must be me. Because
it is.
It keeps happening to me. And
where's your grandma?
Mentally, I can't cope with going through it so many times. And
where's your grandma?
I'm a big believer in it's not rejection, it's redirection. And yes, that can be so true. That can be so true. These things, you know, I always believe things happen for a reason. And if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. And if it is, it will. But
Jesus Christ. Imagine being married to this one. My Lord. Bro, self-awareness, honestly, self-aware, I'm going to keep hammering that. Self-awareness, that is an NPC. You're watching a bot. It's a living, breathing biomech suit. It's alive, but it's not actually conscious. It's just running on autopilot. Millions of years of evolution right here, dude. Autopilot mode. Not a single thought right here. Not one. There are not two neurons that have connected to form a singular idea. This is wild. Holy hell, boys. It's a steep fall. Enjoy the decline. Get that little blue book. Find some with more than 2 neurons attached. They're out there. As a former 6-year-old, I can see the strength of the first girl's argument. My 12-year-old son saw this over my shoulder, the look of horror and disgust on his face. Social media has destroyed the feminine mystique for beautiful women. They all appear beautiful in images. As soon as they start talking, you can't run away fast enough. I can get through a meal with any of them. Yeah, an AI now creating basically the perfect women, and the disconnect from what women look like to what they look like on the internet with all the beautification filters, the angles, you know, the professional lighting, shooting, all that stuff. It's crazy, dude. I don't even want to think about what's happening to the young boys that are growing up and they think this is normal. This is what women are supposed to look like. And then the standards that young women have to live up to today. And it's a self-perpetuating cycle of destruction. None of these people are going to be happy, honestly. And going on dates with some of the younger ones in their early 20s, it's very obvious that neurons are missing, that they've been hijacked by social media, that they wouldn't make great long-term partners. Unfortunately, this is a first in human history where younger women, due to social media, may potentially and oftentimes in the West be worse than some of the older ones that have grown up without the internet. Believe it or not. At least that's the case from what I've been seeing in Eastern Europe, where people had humble beginnings in the countryside, where their own countries were still poor, where they lived with grandparents, tilled the land, all that. They had that humbling experience, and then they watched their countries enrich around them during their lifetime. I see this dichotomy in Eastern Europe happening. But for those in developed nations that have been there their entire lives and haven't had the humble beginning, it's just straight worse, period. Either young, old, in between. Doesn't matter. It's just bad. And that's what's making dating in the West just so freaking horrendous for everybody, dude. Men and women. It doesn't matter. Everybody's struggling. What's your guys' thoughts on dating overseas? The boys that are in more traditional countries. Have you seen some of the same? Have you seen the younger generation of women get absolutely spoiled rotten by social media? Thoughts in the comments below.